Over the last 2 years, I've built 4 streams of income as a stay-at-home mom that makes me over $5,000 a month total and growing. And the thing is, all 4 of these income streams sprouted out of just one small online business idea, which didn't cost me a dime to start. So in today's video, I'm super excited to spill the beans and break down what this business is and how exactly I'm generating 4 streams of income from it, some being totally passive. Now, before we jump in, let's just clear the air on something real quick. This whole idea of passive income. Lots of people like to talk about passive income like it's some sort of magic money fountain where you don't have to put in any legwork and can just sit on a beach and relax for the rest of your life. But the truth is, building real passive income usually requires either a lot of effort or resources up front. And most of the time, it's not something you can just set and forget. Most passive income sources need a bit of looking after. But of course, once you do get things working the right way, passive income becomes an incredible way to sustain yourself without working yourself to the bone every day. And speaking from experience as a mom of 2 boys who once had no clue how to make ends meet, it's a game changer. Now let's dive into what this business model is all about and how I managed to stumble upon it. A couple years back, I became a single mom. And if you know anything about being a parent in general, you know it's not cheap. I immediately started trying to figure out ways to make and save money fast to keep myself and my kids moving forward as a 3-pack. Like a lot of people, I found myself selling items online, usually Facebook Marketplace, sometimes eBay, but noticed it wasn't making nearly as much money as I needed because it always took a long time to get products moving, and a lot of sales even fell through because people would fail to make pickup. That all changed when I decided to implement the idea I had seen work on a small scale in a smaller town, a local online dollar auction. At first, I just started selling once I got it set up, and so did other people in my area. But it quickly became a 4 streams of passive income business that was giving me full-time pay with part-time work. The first income stream is obviously that I could move products much quicker and often for a higher than my asking price because the dollar auction method uses a quick 48-hour turnaround. The second stream of income was a bit more unexpected: savings. The items I needed the most were often kids' clothes, and thanks to the auction, I was getting them brand new and even name brand for a fraction of what they would cost retail. The final 2 income streams are truly passive: membership fees and sponsorships. People pay a small fee to also be able to post items and make money quickly in my group. Local business owners also want a piece of the action by advertising to my targeted group of local buyers and are willing to pay a monthly fee to do that. But here's the $1 million question, or rather the $5,000 question. How did I actually implement all 4 of these income streams and turn my dollar auction into a $5,000 a month machine? Let's start with the first income stream: selling your own items. This is the simplest and fastest way to make money ASAP if you're looking to make a quick buck. Very simply, you can start by selling the stuff you've got just lying around your house. This is also where I started, and it's how I even came up with this idea in the first place. Now, if you're worried about having nothing to sell, one easy trick is to just take a look at other sales groups, even Facebook Marketplace, maybe even eBay, and you'll see that almost anything has value to someone. Once you find something that looks good to sell, get it listed and see if you have any additional, because if it's a hot item, you want to list it again to get those sales, or even offer it to the bidders who didn't win your auction. I have a few resellers in my group and they're always looking for the golden goose item. For one of my sellers, that item was truck horns. She exchanged a promise with a liquidator that she would sell the horns if she could get them and pay him a small return on each sale. Well, turns out truck horns in my area were very popular. She immediately sold out at top dollar. Now let's talk about the second income stream, membership fees. When my group started growing quickly, I realized the dollar auction model was a big opportunity, not just for me, but for others to make money too. And it turns out many of these members were more than willing to pay a small fee to get in on the action. So I introduced a small monthly membership fee with tiered levels and benefits that my community was more than happy to pay in order to make more money every single week and have somebody help moderate their auctions. And on my end, this meant a steady source of income even when I didn't have items to sell. And the best part is, once you have a payment processor in place, it becomes really easy to set the memberships up as a monthly subscription. In fact, running this entire system is quite simple. There's no logistics or shipping, no transaction fees. Since this was just a local group, I could skip all the complicated processes that platforms like eBay have, and members could just use good old-fashioned porch pickup. Now, the next thing I just love about dollar auction method is how much I can save. Here's what I mean. When you're part of the dollar auction group, not only can you sell items for a great price, you can also buy them for a price you'd normally never be able to get in stores. A lot of the time, this means you can even snag high quality brand name products for a fraction of their regular going rate in a retail store or even online. And once you know how to navigate and use the group effectively, you can find more and more of these exclusive deals and get tons of everyday items for a discount. It's like having your own VIP discount store at your fingertips. And yes, I know that technically this isn't an income stream, but when I was struggling to make ends meet for me and my two boys in the beginning, being able to send them to school in brand new name brand clothes, new bags, all new school supplies, and everything else they needed to get going that year felt like a huge financial windfall and a weight off my shoulders. Now, you've probably noticed that the secret to all this is having a community of like-minded people looking to buy and sell. Well, it's not just a great place for everyday people like you and me to make money. These types of communities are an absolute goldmine for local businesses. With thousands of people engaged in buying and selling, having all of them see your brand and products as a business can be an absolute game changer for business profits. And this means many of these businesses would be more than happy to pay you a pretty penny to advertise in your group. It's just really a matter of finding a local business that you trust and they trust you, and one that's willing to spend on advertising to grow their business locally. A lot of the time, they'll even come to you on their own without you having to put in any legwork at all. I found out that small businesses and home-based businesses may come and go, but while they're here, they want to do everything possible to find an audience. Through business sponsorships alone, I've easily made an extra $1,000 a month, and that's without even advertising the opportunity to anyone outside the group. Now, some of you might be thinking, okay, this sounds cool and all, but couldn't I just do something similar with something like eBay, or maybe even start my own website? Well, not really. You see, there's a couple of very important differences in how the dollar auction works that makes it far superior to really any other option when it comes to running an online marketplace. First of all, by using Facebook groups instead of any other platform, you have 3 main advantages. First, it's completely free and simple for you to set up, meaning no website subscriptions, no need to spend days or weeks setting up a website and then trying to drive traffic to it. Second, it's easy for people to join your group since most people are familiar with Facebook groups compared to some random website they've never heard of. It'll build trust quickly. And finally, people are much more likely to participate in a group since they, again, already trust the platform. Plus, it's harder to fake your ID since Facebook is very strict on people creating multiple or fake accounts. But that's not all. Aside from the trust and convenience of Facebook, another big advantage over platforms like eBay is that there are 0 transaction fees. Everyone gets exactly what they ask for, and all the money goes to the sellers. Again, this will encourage people to use your marketplace far more because they know that they're not going to be charged an arm and a leg just to sell an old product from their garage. On top of that, unlike eBay, there's no shipping or handling since every transaction is delivered or collected in person. And finally, there's one more advantage with dollar auction groups that most websites or platforms don't have, and that is an active group moderator. Because you can monitor posts and conversations in the group, you can drastically lower risk of scammers and bad actors who don't follow the rules and make a miserable experience for everyone. This further encourages people to use the group more and creates a healthy marketplace where everyone truly wins. Now, let's say you really don't have any time to put in place and operate a system like this. Maybe you have a job or kids that take most of your time. If that's the case, you can actually hire a virtual assistant who will help you out for a very reasonable price and manage the day-to-day operations. And there are ways to automate systems with AI. Even the free version of ChatGPT goes a long way. This is what I'm currently doing. And these days, I only spend a few minutes up to an hour at most managing my group daily. So as you can tell, dollar auctions have totally flipped my world upside down in the best way possible. From scraping by to securing 4 solid income streams, all while being able to spend quality time with my boys every single day. I truly believe this is the best way to make money if you want flexibility, independence, and the potential for a much higher earning scale as a mom or as any busy parent for that matter. Now, if you'd like a step-by-step guide on starting your very own online local dollar auction and tapping into these income streams, check out this video where you can get every process and I can show you how to get set up in a matter of weeks.